hold on. There's a reason why he kept those girls in purgatory over and over and over. There is a reason. And the fact that Judge Aaron kind of overlooked that, listen, Life from New York City said the sentence was a slap on the wrist. Typical New York. Listen, we've come a long way in the way we look at domestic violence, trafficking, or the pimp is. The one thing that shocked me is Driscoll was able to get a bunch of cases, over 900 cases, where people did the most horrible things and they only got 19 months, 20 months, a slap on the wrist. To me, I was like, this is a wake-up call as to where we need to be when it comes to domestic violence. We need to start treating domestic violence like we would actually treat violence. The issue isn't Judge Aaron's ruling. The issues are the law and how much legally you are allowed to give without it being cruel and unusual punishment. We need to ask ourselves, right? We need to ask ourselves, why in the world is it normal to only get 19 months, to only get 20 months, to only get whatever? Why is it? Now, I agree with you. Zipper said 5 years probation, he gonna mess up and go right back to jail. I do believe he will. I do. But here's the thing. It is a path for redemption. If you can stay on the straight and narrow for 9 years. Side note, Diddy also said that while he was in jail, he said that he united the Bloods and the Crips. He brought peace to his unit. Everybody said that they would stop fighting so they could have his free game. I wonder if they still gonna want his course now that he's back in jail. What game is that? But everybody was doing that. And then he had the nerve to say that somebody also got into a fight with them and stood over him and held a shank in his face. Yes, I lie to you not. Cloud9 said you're a Mount Ancestral for real. You were there till the, oh, thank you. That girl Henny said, thank you for your hard work. See you, oh, I already read that. See you next trial. Listen, who else said, I missed a chat. I just want to, oh, here we go. Tangie Williams, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, mama. Okay, just make sure I'm not missing anybody's chat. Okay, listen. Jane Doe, right? Oh, Valentine TV said, can they add on other charges? They cannot add on other charges. There is no double jeopardy, but they can bring new and different charges against Diddy. And if he violates his parole, I don't know. I guess he goes back to jail for the rest of his parole because it's 5 years. I don't know how violations of parole go. I actually have to look up on that, right? Anyway, the whole point of the matter is, here's what I think also where Diddy's team made a filler error. After Westmoreland was fake crying, then the kids came and real cried. Then after that, the kids came and real cried, and then they showed that dumb montage video. And I'm glad, you can tell why I'm not a judge, because I'd have been like, Counselor, turn that shit off. I don't want to see this shit. This like stupid, you made it on, looking like you made it on CapCut and in shot with some like cheesy background music. So then that happened. And after that, Diddy would have spoke, right? SP said, what were the kids' reactions after sentencing? Honestly, everybody was super, super deflated. I think that they thought they were coming home. I think because his team actually did the unthinkable and got him off on the RICO, they thought this was another thing. That's why Diddy literally had engagements planned for Monday, but he ain't going. Whoever got tickets for the Diddy tour, first of all, you're not seeing heaven, and second of all, you're probably not gonna be able to get your money back because Diddy gonna need it. Nestdog said, I still believe the feds will indict Puff again. That's how they got John Gotti. The Dittlers is the gay John Gotti. Thank you for your hard work. You're welcome. You might be right. Layla Gaiman said, I support your work, Tisha. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, at the end of the day, you never beat the house. You're not bigger than the program. Again, to bring up John Gotti, when the feds have their eye on you, they keep coming at you over and over and over. The feds were big mad about what happened with the Diddy case. The feds think the jury got it wrong. Diddy better walk the straight and narrow. Char, thank you so much for the super chat. Diddy better walk the straight and narrow because, ooh-wee, he got something coming. So let's get into this. Brian Still said Diddy said that thanks to him, he cursed his children's name. I don't even understand what that meant. Diddy could just be talking. Brian Still, honestly, after that video, Diddy should have talked and then that was it. I think he probably would have even gotten less time. But what happened is, hey, Lord, After lunch, it just went a nosedive. They started making long, boring statements. And at the end of the day, I get it. Brian Stills is excellent at talking to a jury that doesn't trust the police, a jury that doesn't trust the government. However, Brian Still, Mercedes Teagle said, oh my God, Tisa, why did Gina show up today? Very weird. Y'all want some tea on that? Hey, get home safely. All right, see ya. Y'all want some tea on Gina? Yeah. See ya, get home safely. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want, hold on really quick, guys. Hold on. Let me give you some tea on Gina. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Okay, so listen.
That's DESTANI, Alabama State. Right? I tell her you have to follow.
1 second, you guys.
Women like Tisa. Thank you, Tisa.
You're welcome.
Are you originally from New York? Where are you from, girl?
Montana. Here you go. Here you go.
You got a friend here.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
You need
Okay.
anything, I got
Thank you.
You're my
Thank
sister. I
you.
love
Thank
you.
you.
Keep up
Okay.
the good work.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, you forgot your hat. So listen, right? Let me give y'all the tea on. See ya. Let me give y'all the tea on Gina. Gina always the last slice of pizza. She did all that kung fu Kenny mess for Diddy, and guess what? So when we were all sitting in the seats, right? Diddy, of course, they were squad deep, 3 rows in, squeezed, and more people wanted to be there because they wanted to be there. I get it, mental support, right? They wanted to be there for mental support. So Gina arrives, right? At least I think that, man, it was Gina, right? Gina arrives, and they're in 3 rows, and nobody, there was no space for her to squeeze in, and nobody got up and moved over to give her space. Now, I know Diddy's kids and family weren't, but there were a lot of friends of the family that were there. And I said, wow, it's like the last slice of pizza, because how did you literally be like, I'm queen, dummy? You wrote 2 letters, you went to bat, nothing happened, but the feds could have gone after you and forced you to testify, or you could have got charges for, I don't know. The whole point of the matter is Gina really sacrificed a lot to show that she was the real shorty doo-wop for Diddy. And at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, after all that, she had to go and sit in the last row because nobody would get up and give her an honored place. So even after all this, you are still in the same position with Diddy and his crew as you always were. And I said, wow. And she had to go sit in the last row. How you do all this for someone? And we had 3 rows of people squeezed in back to back, and they still made her go sit in the back row with the public because they would not, nobody in the friends and family rule would make room for the girl that wrote character witnesses, 2 character witnesses, played herself through the case, sabotaged the case. Gina is literally the reason why Diddy didn't get convicted of sex trafficking or RICO, in my opinion. She would have been the missing link. And the fact that all that happened and you still had, listen, she still, exactly. But that's another thing. You went in there in anger in the prosecution. You couldn't show up for trial, but you showed up for that. Gina, I hope your taxes are straight because the feds, I don't know. But the point is, you literally went and you had to sit in the public rows because the family and friends wouldn't make room for you. Last slice of pizza, 3 days old. Listen.